You ready for the next 1000x altcoin gem already listed on the markets? No, you don't need a launch pad. It's already there. The sleeping giant. Well, I am going to cover the fundamentals of why I believe this particular project running under the radar is going to be a powerhouse project in the weeks and months to come. So if you like today's content, like, subscribe, hit the bell notification. If you don't know me by now, my name is Jiggy. I'm the award-winning author of The Extraordinary New Venture Capital Opportunity, How to Invest Like a Pro. Been featured in the best-selling book, High Probability Trading Strategies, back in 2008. Originally focused on currencies, but now I focus exclusively on crypto. So are you ready to see? I can't even believe the market cap of this project right now. It is unbelievable, and I'm going to show you why. Because once you see what they have planned in the pipeline in the very, very near future, remember, always do your own diligence. We do probabilities here, not certainties. So let's dive straight in. CrossSwap. Yes, this is the one. CrossSwap, the only DEX you will ever need. That is their mission. That is their vision. And guess what? They are part of the Bluezilla powerhouse team in a sense of they've been incubated by Bluezilla. Now, CrossSwap, they did their IDO, initial DEX offering on BSC pad, ETH pad, KCC pad on the 27th of August. And they did a 40 plus X, but they're running under the radar. They are running so under the radar. Now, just so you know, I participated in this IDO and I got benefit of that 40x, but I think it's just the beginning, and let me show you why. So I did a video on CrossSwap, and the title of the video was, before it launched, will it do a 1000x? I actually watched the video last night when I was putting this together, and I said, look, it's probably not going to happen straight away. It'll probably go up and then come down, and then it'll probably explode and come down and explode. But I think that next explosion is around the corner, and let's look at why. Solving, this is their website. This is what I showed you on the 26th of August on the video. Solving the biggest issue hindering users and projects experience on current DEXs today. Let me just pull out my laser as well, so I have this to hand. Right, so there's a lot of problems, and the Bluezilla team are just phenomenal with their experience, having launched over 100 projects. But there's a few things that stood out for me that just says, wow, this is a really high probability billion-dollar market cap gem that's currently riding under 5 million market cap. So what makes CrossSwap special? So this is just copy and pasted from their Telegram. And it says, imagine being able to wrap Uniswap, which is the major decentralized exchange of Ethereum, PancakeSwap, the major decentralized exchange of Binance Smart Chain, and JustSwap, the major decentralized exchange of the Tron blockchain, all in one. Do all your trading on one decentralized exchange, cross-chain. We have you covered. Put in the days of bridges, slow transactions, and multiple DEX exchanges in the past with an already existing multiple six-figure user base. Now, what's one of the biggest challenges with businesses? Customer acquisition. Well, these guys have got customers coming out there, you know what? It's like, wow, along with hundreds of projects lined up, they've already done 100 IDOs for the future. They're just getting started. With no doubt, we will accomplish all of this with ease. Are you kidding me? With ease? They're comparing themselves to PancakeSwap, Uniswap, and JustSwap. They're saying we're gonna accomplish this with ease. Talk about confidence. But here was the one. This one that I saw in their Telegram, and I think it was on their Twitter. It said, our goal is clear. CrossSwap will be active on as many chains as possible, and we will aim to be the number one position in the market. Now, they're talking like a VC. Do you know why? Because the Bluezilla team are a venture capital firm. VCs don't look to participate, they look to dominate. And there's always a category king in every sector. You have your king, and then you have your queen. The king normally takes 80%. The queen takes just under 15%, and then everyone else fights for the remaining 5%. So here, how I read this is we are aiming to be the category king when it comes to DEXs. And you know what? I think they got a good chance. They got a good chance, at least to be a player, because they're niching in a sector where there's big problems and no one else has resolved them yet. I'm going to cover that with you. By leveraging our knowledge and vastly built community and relationships and adoption from our existing launchpads, that's huge. Existing launchpads, because their launchpads are just killing it right now. Features never seen before that brings huge benefit to investors and developers. We have no doubts that we can achieve that goal. number one position. I go, wait, hey, even if they don't make it, even if they get close to it, it's going to be amazing. So now look, think about this. So I think it was yesterday, right? Today, I think today's, what's the date today? It's today the 19th. What is it? It's 19th, 10:30 a.m., 19th. That's when I'm recording this. Yesterday, CryptoPolis launched on GameZone. I think it was their first official IGO, initial game offering, right? It did a 70x. Great job, guys. Brilliant. But guess where they had to list? Well, they listed on PancakeSwap, right? Yeah, on the Binance Smart Chain. A few weeks ago, AstroSwap launched as part of the major first AdaPad exclusive launch on the AdaPad Launchpad, and it did over a 500x. Guess what? It listed the token generation event, it listed on PancakeSwap. ValusPad a few weeks back launched on ETHPad, BSCPad, and KCCPad, and Trumpad, and AdaPad. So it listed on 5 launchpads. And where was the token generation event? Well, actually, it was on PancakeSwap and on Uniswap. Now, you'll notice, if you participated, you'll notice that it always lists on PancakeSwap first, normally like 3 p.m. UTC time, and then half an hour to 60 minutes later, then it lists on Uniswap. Why? Because the Bluezilla team have directly experienced the problems when you try and launch on multiple blockchains at the same time. And we're going to cover that as well. Then they launched GameZone a few weeks back, maybe a month ago or so. And again, listed on PancakeSwap and Uniswap, right? And I'm telling you this for a reason, because you'll connect the dots. You'll connect the dots. They launched, I think it was just over a month ago. I think it was September 9th. They did AdaPad, which did over a 360x. It's the main launchpad now for the Cardano blockchain. Again, listed on PancakeSwap first and then Uniswap around an hour later. But they're saying, look, we are going to take over. It's like Conor McGregor. It's like, what did he say? He says, we're not here to take part. We're here to take over. They're here to take over. They're saying we can do it better. We think we can do it better. And this is why. So they've got all these launch pads, right? They've got BSE pad. They've got ETH-pad. They've got Trump-pad. They've got KCC-pad. They've got ADA-pad. They've got Valus-pad, which launched not that long ago. You see Valus-pad behind me over here. They got GameZone, which is the IGO platform, and they're soon going to be releasing PostPad for the Post chain by Richard Hart, right? That's got a lot of hype around it. It's probably going to do a 300x. But currently, when a project launches on any of these launch pads, guess where it's driven to? Well, at the moment, it's PancakeSwap, but where is the current, or where's the vision where it's going to be CrossSwap? They're saying currently it's PancakeSwap, but we are looking. We've got an audience. We've got IDOs coming out of our backside. We've done 100 initial DEX offerings already. And now we've got all these multiple launch pads that are fresh babies. AdaPad for the newly smart contracts, new smart contracts on September 12th of Cardano. You got ETHPad, KCCPad, GameZone. I couldn't even fit it on this list. NFT launch for NFTs. Again, these guys are powerhouse. So when they first did the IDO on August 27th, they had a moon sheet and they compared themselves to PancakeSwap and Uniswap. Now, obviously, this is not IDO price. So IDO price, if you look up here, was 0.01 cent. So you go, okay, Jigir, what's today's price? Well, as of recording today, it's around 15 cents, give or take. But now I want to do the comparison, because today's video, we said 1,000x altcoin gem running under the radar, right? So we don't do hype over here, even though I'm quite optimistic about this. We do probabilities. Probabilities, never certainty. So do your own due diligence, do your own risk management. But man, when we see these kind of opportunities, we need to pounce and take action. So CrossSwap compared to Uniswap and PancakeSwap, give or take, the current market cap of PancakeSwap is around $5 billion, give or take, and Uniswap is around $14 billion. These are powerhouse, big projects, top 20, top 15 cryptocurrencies, right? No joke. Massive innovation, especially Uniswap, that innovated the liquidity pools, that made order books, that was the old school DEXs, to liquidity pools, which means instant transactions. Massive innovation. But we are now comparing it to CrossSwap, right? CrossSwap, the new competitor. Now, in business, it's always good practice. Your aim is to be at least 10 times better. If you're just competing, if there's a great book by Peter Thiel, one of the investors in Facebook, and PayPal, one of the founders of PayPal, 0 to 1. And he talks about monopolies. And if you're just looking to compete, then you're probably not going to survive. But if you're doing a niche and you can dominate, that's what CrossSwap's doing, with launches, with DEXs, with projects, and for investors. But let's just look at numbers for a second, because this blows me away. I can't believe this. I had to double check, triple check, quadruple check these numbers. Right now, as of this morning, right, 19th of October, roughly just before 11 a.m. UK time, the price of CrossSwap is around 15 cents, right? That's only, did I say it right? What was the price of the IDO? The IDO was 1 cent, right? So that's only a 15x from the IDO price, give or take, right? For a DEX, I go, are you kidding me? This is insane. 3 million market cap. So now let's just do a comparison, right? So this is where I do the numbers. When I say 1,000x, I'm not just kind of plucking and hoping. Let's do some actual math because they're competing with PancakeSwap. They're saying we're going to drive traffic to CrossSwap as opposed to PancakeSwap. We're going to drive traffic to CrossSwap as opposed to Uniswap. So as of today, give or take, I think it's just a bit under this now. PancakeSwap's market cap is around $5 billion. CrossSwap's market cap, because it's still an innovation phase. It hasn't launched DEX, but we're going to cover the roadmap soon. I'm going to show you this because we want to be on the train before the rocket takes off, right? We want to take our seat, get our pack lunch out, relax, and then if it takes off, man, we're on the train already. We don't want to be chasing, ideally. So 5 billion to 3 million. So what I like to do is go, okay, if CrossSwap got to the size of PancakeSwap, not saying it will happen, anything can happen, but if it did, what would be the multiple that's required? It's 1,667x. That's 16,000%, by the way, guys. That is insane. Is that right? Yeah, that's right. It's 167,000. See, it's so big, I can't even comprehend these numbers. It's 167,000%, right? Insane. Now, I like to be conservative and say, look, okay, is it going to get in this bull run the size of PancakeSwap? I don't know. Eventually, maybe. But what if it just did 10% of that? Well, that's still 160x, right? That's the 16,000%. So 10% is 16,000%, right? So we might go, right, maybe we're reaching when we say 5 billion. It's possible. But what if it just did 10% of that? What if it did 500 million? Okay, well, then we're talking over 100x. Uniswap is the king. Whether you love or hate Ethereum, it is the king when it comes to market cap in terms of DeFi, doing swaps, especially on the Ethereum blockchain. And today's market cap is around just over 14 billion. Well, divide that by 3 million, which is of the CrossSwap's market cap today. That's 4,667 times bigger. So then we just say, okay, it might not get to the size of Uniswap, not immediately, because it's got a lot of work to do, but could it do 10%? Well, that's 400x. Okay, so, best case scenario, size of Uniswap, 4,600. But what about if we just say 10%? What if we say 5%? Well, 5% is like 200x. What if we say 2.5%? Well, that's 100x, right? You getting the math? So you can do your own due diligence and your own research and your own exit strategies, entry strategies, etc. Because CrossSwap's not guaranteed to succeed. It's just highly probable. Looking at the numbers, to me, it just looks like an absolute no-brainer. So now I don't look so crazy, right? Because when I did my first video on CrossSwap, I said, would it do 1,000x? Well, from IDO price, it was like, no-brainer. But from today's price, 1,000x is still on the cards, and that's important to know. Another thing to note is that tokenomics are off the chain. Is ridiculous. Right now, as of, I think I took this screenshot yesterday, the APY for the rewards, if you stake your CrossSwap tokens, is 220%, right? We thought Cross Wallet was good with 25%. I was telling people that the staking account for Cross Wallet, they were like, geez, 25%, that's insane. CrossSwap is a DEX, and it has a whole different tokenomic system, 220%. So look, let's just look at some of the tokenomics, right? Because sometimes this information is sometimes hard to see. Really, really clever, because the Bluezilla team have done so many projects, and I can see that they've been playing with the tokenomics. You'll see that the tokenomics for the first two launch pads, BSC pad and Tron pad, are very different for the next few, like ETH-Pad, ADA-Pad, KCC-Pad. The tokenomics are very different, and it protects the price more. These guys are very, very clever when it comes to this. So buy and burn. Part of the transaction fees when it comes to CrossSwap, token will be used to buy back and burn. So it means tokens will be burnt, so it reduces the supply, and they're going to buy it back to take it off the market as well. Important. That means that the appreciation, the possibility of appreciation of the CrossSwap token is increased. Liquidity Pause staking, up to 2x rewards for automated market makers. Liquidity Pause, Incentivize staking. The longer you stake your CSwap, CrossSwap tokens, the higher the reward. So they're saying, look, we're going to get your rewards. But if you do, I don't think they've announced it yet, but once you go beyond a certain amount of time, they said they'll double those rewards. Once you go about another amount of time, they'll triple them. And then if you go about another time, so basically they're going to incentivize and gamify you holding on to your CrossSwap tokens. Fee sharing. Oh, this is beautiful. This is beautiful. I know they haven't released the DEX yet, but we'll look at the roadmap shortly. When is it likely they're going to release version 1? That's a V. I know it's a 2, but version 1 of their DEX. We're going to look at that as well because that's important. I'd rather be on the train before they announce it and officially go live, as opposed to they announce they're going live and then the mania begins. I want to take my seat on the train way before. Fee sharing. 50% of all transaction fees distributed back to the CrossSwap token stakers, right? So if it gets traction of PancakeSwap and Uniswap kind of level, anywhere close to that, the fees are going to be great. And therefore, the staking rewards are going to go up and up and up. DAO, so it's a voting token, community proposal and voting. Trading fee discounts, so it'll be discounts for trading fees. So how it works, this is just some of the tokenomics. I just took it from the website. Each swap has 0.25% fee and it's spread out amongst liquidity pool token holders, the treasury, which is the company, and then CrossSwap buyback and burn. So they're going to buyback and burn. Like you will see Ecomi, VV, they do a buyback and burn. I think that project is doing quite well as well. Each bridge has a 0.1%. So a lot of stuff that's happening, especially when you're participating with the launch pads. Like if you bought, let's just think, if you bought NFT launch on KCC pad, well, it wasn't listed on a DEX on the KCC blockchain. So you had to bridge it across. So they're going to now push CrossSwap as the bridge. And when you do that, there's a 0.1% fee. That goes 0.3% of that goes to the company. And then buyback and burn 0.07%. So there's a lot of tokenomics that's going to protect the price and incentivize people to hold the token. Here's the game changer, guys. This is the one to pay attention to. This is unbelievable. 2021 Q4, right? This is what we're looking at here. 2021 Q4. Where are we right now? We're 2021 Q4. October, November, December. We're in Q4, right? Q4, October, November, December. What's today? 19th of October. So they got all this done. Look at this. In Q4, I don't know the date, but it says Q4. We're in Q4, October, November, or December. Version 1 of the decentralized exchange on the Binance Smart Chain. How I read that, my interpretation of that is when we launch version 1 of our Binance Smart Chain DEX, we are no longer going to use PancakeSwap. We are going to use CrossSwap. That is huge. Why? Because all of their current IDOs, and there's lots of them, and in peak season, there's going to be many, many more, it's all going to be going to CrossSwap. Right? That is a huge deal. Because sometimes I've seen people and companies, and you've probably seen them as well, create amazing products. And some of them have been DEXs. But then they struggle to say, how are we going to get our customers? How are we going to lure people away from PancakeSwap and to use our DEX? Very difficult, not easy. Marketing, customer acquisition is a big part of business. Sales, big part of business. Here, these guys are saying, we've got our customers. We've got multiple launchpads on all major blockchains. We've got so many members on our launchpads, and we're achieving 100, 200, 300, 400 X's casually. So now people are now demanding the token. Look at the price of KCC pad, just went over 20 cents. Why? Because the demand for the token is going up. BSC pad just gone up. I think it's getting close to $2 again. Trump pad's gone over 10 cents. ETH pad's around 15 cents. ADA pad's close to $1. Why? Because people are getting this urge to get involved, but then all of the IDOs are going to be driven to their DEX. So now customers are not going to be a problem. So now that's one of the major issues on any business solved. Then we've got Q1 of 2022, integration with multiple Web3 wallets. So like your MetaMask and Trust wallets, etc. It's going to make it easier to integrate, right? So they're not going to limit people. They're going to make it easier to integrate. And then you saw my cross wallet video, right? Well, in Q2 2022, they're looking to do their official integration with Cross Wallet. Oh man, so now, all these launch pads, whereas currently pushing to PancakeSwap, well, this quarter, according to their roadmap, I don't know the official date, according to the roadmap, it's now officially going to launch onto CrossSwap. When that happens, when it officially happens, I can only see the hype and mania going through the roof, like through the roof, right? That's what normally happens when there's a major announcement. Fundamentally, is like now our project is ready, and the rewards are 220x. I don't think people are aware of the staking accounts. So I'm going to finish on. They did something quite cool. They said, look, most people find it difficult to really see why we're different. So they did like a Medium article and they did 5 key features and they broke it down very, very nicely. And they said, CrossSwap feature 1, I'm just going to read them to you in layman's terms. The problem. So first problem that they wanted to solve. So why create, they don't want to just recreate PancakeSwap. So you've seen carbon copies of PancakeSwap and it looks exactly the same as PancakeSwap. It was like, well, what's the point? I'm happy with PancakeSwap. Why is CrossSwap better? And this is what they're saying. The problem that they've seen after doing over 100 IDOs is lack of proper timely liquidity. What the heck does that mean? The solution. CrossSwap's first feature is project pre-launch staging area. Now, I've participated in maybe 60 or 70 of their IDOs since BSE pad March, April, and I've experienced this firsthand. When they are in charge of the token generation event, things go more often than not bang on. When someone else is in charge, and sometimes the project's in charge because it's going on other blockchains or other launch pads also, there's always a mess up. There's delays and everything else. So what it says here, projects can pre-add liquidity and schedule the launch time, allowing projects to review the data and make edits before going live. No more delays or incorrect launch variables. I've been a part of many launch pads. One of them was in Safe Launch. I still like Safe Launch. However, if you read their Discord, every single launch, there's been a delay, there's been a problem. Someone pressed the button too soon, someone pressed the button too late. They released the liquidity too soon, and it was just so many problems. Feature number 2, this was in the Medium articles. You can go in the Medium page and you can read this in more detail. They've got it all. I'm just giving you high level. So the second problem, delayed token distribution. So if you've been involved in IDOs, especially like if you saw Engine Star recently for the Engine blockchain, man, their first IDO, I think it was the first one, had massive delays and liquidity and all this other problem. So these guys are saying, look, we've experienced that ourselves. We're solving it. CrossSwap is solving it. That's why it's going to be the next level DEX. The solution, CrossSwap's second feature, token claim distribution setup. Projects can set every wallet that requires tokens before launch day and schedule the release. The users can then claim after the schedule, adding the liquidity. So no more delayed token distribution, in other words, right? The amount of times I've seen on Twitter, where's my tokens? Can't claim my tokens. The button's not live. Okay, they're saying, look, we understand your pain point. We're having the difficulty. We're going to create a solution for it. That solution is CrossSwap. Random fact, they got this in a Medium article. To ensure the long-term success of the DEX, so the decentralized exchange, CrossSwap has an inbuilt deflationary mechanism, kind of like the EIP 1559. It burns the tokens, where 0.05% of the transaction fees are used for CrossSwap token buybacks and burning. So it's built into the tokenomics. These guys are great at tokenomics because they've got so much experience. CrossSwap feature, and they're getting better all the time. Next problem, liquidity pause, right? So the solution, CrossSwap's third feature, automatic liquidity lock-in. So when a project adds liquidity, CrossSwap automatically locks the liquidity to help ensure the safety of the project's participants. Users can also see the amount and duration of the liquidity locked and the trading interface. So in English, what does that mean? Okay, in the context of crypto and decentralized finance, DeFi, having been rug pulled means to have liquidity removed from the decentralized exchange, liquidity pull. So that happens quite frequently on PancakeSwap, especially when you've got these new carbon copies of PancakeSwap and they have these really lucrative yield farming projects and they say, 2 million% or 20,000% APY, and it goes on for a few days, few weeks, and bang, they pull out the liquidity and your money's gone. So here they've got a solution for that. That's a big problem and there's a big concern. Because look, if you're not a coder, how do you read the code? Yeah, some people say go check the code. I go, look, I'm not a coder. It's kind of difficult to check the code. CrossWalk feature number 4, problem, sniper bots. All right, this is the big problem. So the solution, CrossSwap's 4th feature, BlueZilla proven anti-liquidity sniping methodology. So I participated in many of their IDOs and they have this bot prevention mechanism. It's really, really clever. Lots of experience doing over 100 IDOs. So CrossSwap will be integrated with the BlueZilla anti-bot methodology used successfully by the BSE pad for over 40 launches. Projects can design their own whitelist that are public and on-chain, which means it just prevents bots. It prevents bots. Number 5 and final one, I think they released this in their Medium post around 4 or 5 days ago. CrossSwap's fifth feature, built-in front-running deterrence. So CrossSwap will use virtual rates to make front-running unprofitable. So it means you can still do front-running, but it means you'll lose money. So it doesn't make sense. Discouraging front-running, ensuring users get the most out of every trade. Whew, it's a lot, man. It's a lot. I love this, man. I love this. It's exciting. You can see I'm excited. So also, CrossSwap is integrating and is official partner with CrossWallet, right? So CrossWallet is doing something really powerful. And now CrossSwap is going to be the main backend DEX. So this CrossSwap will be the official cross-chain decentralized exchange for CrossWallet, right? A lot of you have been asking me on YouTube, is there a link? What's happening? So they are partnered. So the better CrossWallet does, the better CrossSwap does, and vice versa. And what they're aiming to do is make the user interface just seamless and the user experience seamless. And this is a really, really powerful partnership that is put into play. So Bluezilla, the team, they're powerful. CrossSwap will strengthen and bring together our ecosystem, right? So you can see they're building a really powerful ecosystem. You can see it. Just look at what they're building. Launchpad for every major blockchain, partnership, key opinion leaders, so key influencers. Their marketing is on point. And that's the next point here as well. Backed by the full force of the Bluezilla marketing department. And they're brilliant at marketing. And sales and marketing is going to be really, really powerful to acquire customers. So what do you think? Will CrossSwap be the only DEX you ever need? I think so, man. I think they got a good chance. But there's no guarantees here. It's only probability. Do your own due diligence. The market cap is roughly 3 million. I think, even if it gets to 30 million, which is a 10x, it's very highly probable. I'm very excited to see when they launched version 1 of their DEX. That will be the proof is in the pudding. And when they start using one of their launch pads initially to do a CrossSwap token generation event versus a pancake swap. Then when they do multiple launches and it gets more and more traction, you can kind of connect the dots and see what's likely to happen. So this analysis today was really fundamentals, right? We haven't really got any technicals. There are some chart patterns, but the price has just been, there's an original spike. And then because the vesting schedule, by the way, if you're not aware of it, people that got into CrossSwap IDO is a linear vesting schedule, meaning 1 month after the IDO to the 27th of September, tokens get released daily for 3 months. I think it's 90 days daily. So the price of CrossSwap has just slowly been just going down, 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 and tapering off. But now we're in Q4, and their version 1 of their Binance Smart Chain DEX is due to go live, and it will have the Ethereum bridge, which means they're probably not going to need Uniswap anymore. And then they're going to drive some serious traffic there. That's when I think everything will start to take off. So let me know, what do you think? Is CrossSwap going to be the only DEX that you need? Will you move to CrossSwap? Will you stop using PancakeSwap? Will you stop using Uniswap? Hey, I don't know, man. I don't know. But I think, just as a project, I think they're going to do amazing. Right, let's finish on a quote. Look, my cat's joined me. I don't know if you can see him. This is Simba. Simba, say hello. No, this is my cat, Simba. He's the well-behaved one. Simba, ready for a quote? Okay, he says we're ready. We're ready. We're ready. He may float around, so you may see a tail. Oh, no, he's leaving us. Okay, good. All right, today's quote is Mr. Michael Jordan, Mr. MJ, right? This is chapter 1. Must be in it to win it. That's like really relevant, actually. So I've missed more than 9,000 shots in my career. I've lost almost 300 games. 26 times I've been trusted to take the game-winning shot and missed. I've failed over and over and over again in my life, and that is why I succeed. Powerful, right? Powerful. It reminds me of another one of my favorite quotes from Black Box Thinking. There's a brilliant book called Black Box Thinking, and it says, beneath every success is a mountain of necessary failure. And I like to change that failure word to learnings. Learnings and learnings and learnings. So if you haven't already, take my free Elliott Wave and Fibonacci masterclass. I know we haven't covered Fibonacci and Elliott Wave today, but if you want exclusive access to this kind of content, you'll get invited to my private Telegram group, which you'll get once you buy one of my courses. I got 2 courses that I'm really running at the moment, Elliott Wave and Elliott Wave and Fibonacci. If you take those courses, you get invited to my private Telegram group. They get exclusive access to this content. So you'll see this, and then 1 or 2 days later, it goes onto YouTube, or maybe on the same day, a few hours later. So like, subscribe, hit the bell notification. Let me know, will you swap CrossSwap for PancakeSwap? As in, will you, if they start doing this and they start taking traction, will you bridge over Is there enough incentivization? I'd love to get your thoughts. All right. See you soon. See you soon. Oh man, this is too exciting. Too exciting. I'm excited to see how this unfolds. Really excited. Really excited. All right. See you soon.